All right, so this is another location analysis video, and I'm just trying to pick a number of different locations in Lagos, on the island, on the mainland. On the island, I've talked about Abijo GRA, I've talked about Eleko. You can check the description. I'm going to be sharing the links on these videos there. And on the mainland, I've talked about Surulere, I've talked about Ikeja, and this time around I'll be talking about Yaba. Some people don't regard Yaba as the mainland anyway, but again, Yaba is one of the most central locations in Lagos, having access to both Ikorodu Road and then the Third Mainland Bridge. So it's just right at the middle. You want to connect to VI, Ikoyi, Yaba. You want to connect to Obalende, Adeniji, Yaba. You want to connect to Ikorodu Road, Surulere, back to Maryland and Tony, Yaba. You know, you want to connect to Bagada, Yaba. So it's quite a very, very central location, and there is no time Yaba was ever cheap. Some of our investors look at properties around the mainland and are like, why is properties in the mainland? Mainland was never cheap. There was never time. Places like Sabo, places like Alagomeji have always been exclusive, right from day one. Even before the Chevron, Ikota, and the lights came into the market at all, Yaba has always been premium, you know, because of the offices around, because of the access to VI, access to Ikoyi, access to Surulere, Obaniko, and the entire Ikorodu Road. So Yaba has always been premium, to be very frank. All right, so we want to look at the Yaba market. Which side is the student market? Which side is the tech market? Which side is the family people market? Which side is the administrative market for offices? Which side is the commercial market for businesses? You know, so that's entirely what we are going to be looking about this location, and what are the opportunities there in terms of short let, rental, hostels, office spaces, workspaces, shared apartment, and so on. So that's generally what we are going to be looking at about the Yaba real estate market. All right, so in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, you are welcome. This Meet the Property channel. This is a channel that we created over 5 years ago, specifically to make the real estate market in Nigeria more transparent. Our mission is to ensure that investors are going into every deal and every offering knowing 100% what they are going into, both in terms of the returns and also the risk. And that's why we create this channel, because we believe that if investors can invest here and they are fully aware of what they are investing in, then they can invest more, and they can also encourage others to invest. But if they are investing with the wrong expectation, then they will not invest again, and they also discourage others from investing. So this channel is just about encouraging people to invest and making sure what they are investing in, they have full knowledge about the markets, the industry, the returns, and the risk. So either you are an avid investor, you are a frightened investor, you are a hardened investor, or you are an aspiring to be investor, this is your channel about Abuja markets, Ibadan markets, Ogun State markets, Lagos markets, just name it. Any of the real estate markets in Nigeria, we discuss about it here. The short let, the rental, the off-plan, the real estate developers, the real estate companies, the documents, the titles, CFO, the jargons, the terms, everything, the clauses, the contracts. This, we discuss everything here. So after watching this particular video, I also suggest you go to any of our playlists. There is a playlist about Ekpe, the playlist about Chevron, the playlist about Lagos mainland, the playlist about real estate investors, about property risk, about property analysis. Just pick any of these playlists, sit down, dedicate like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You are going to be wowed that there is this amount of information that you have done and that is available in the markets, on the internet, that you have not even come across for a number of years. So if you have been enjoying our videos, been watching our videos over 1 month, over 1 year, over 2 years, thanks so much for following us. Thanks so much for always returning. We are also going to appreciate if you can also subscribe to our channel. I'm just this close to hitting 5K. So I will appreciate if you can be part of that milestone and subscribe to our channel. If you are subscribed already, kindly turn on the notification button so that as we are dropping this video, you get notified and you don't miss any of them. All right, so after doing this video, after talking about this video, I'm going to do another video, which is I'll now be doing a Surulere versus Yaba market. So we talk about the pros and cons of both markets, the strengths of Surulere, the strength of Yaba, the weakness of Surulere, the weakness of Yaba, which markets Yaba is better for, which markets Surulere is better for. So we are going to do that next after talking about the Yaba real estate market. All right, so if you have been following us also for a number of months or for a number of years and you are not sure what we do, you are not sure of our offerings, of our services, that's one of the things that I'm doing right now to tell people that, oh yeah, we have this available, we have this offering. So I've been doing a lot of posting on our YouTube shorts right now to talk about our agro real estate offers, to talk about our short-let offers, to talk about our cash flow offers, to talk about our off-plan offers. So you can just go to our YouTube shorts page and you're going to see these are our offers there. Alternatively, I also have our Instagram page always attached to our videos at Installment Homes NG, so you can just go to our Instagram page, follow us there on Instagram, and we always drop our offerings there also about our real estate, land banking offers, off-plan offers, investors offers, different deals, different sweet deals are there on Instagram also that you can tap into. And if you're a TikTok fan, yeah, I'm also on TikTok, Meet the Property Guy. You can also check us out on TikTok, Meet the Property Guy, and you can also follow us on that platform also. All right, so let's talk about the Yaba real estate market, the opportunities around Alagomeji, around Sabo, around Onike, around Akoka, the opportunities around down to Oyingbo, the opportunities around Abat Macaulay, all those axes. Let's talk about the markets around Yaba and see the opportunities there. What is driving this demand? What is the demand like? What is the demand like for short lets? What is the demand like for rentals? What is the demand like for hostels? All right, so let's talk about Yaba. Now, Yaba has branded itself as the Silicon Valley of Lagos. So the tech guys, the tech ops, the tech startups, all of them want to have an office in Yaba. And the primary reason why Yaba is like the Silicon Valley of Lagos is because of Unilag. The brightest minds, the brightest ideas, the brightest tech guys, around 50 to 70% of them are in Unilag. So because of that, the startups and the tech ops that needs these bright guys, they want to be as close to them as possible. And that's why right now it's like the Silicon Valley of Lagos. Even the last time when we had Mark Zuckerberg visit Lagos, he went to Yaba. Right now, there's so many things about Yaba, and there are so many places in Yaba too. And that's also one of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. What's the real estate like here? What's the market like here? What's driving demand? What are the opportunities? What are the purposes? What can I use my property here for? What's the return on investment also like? And what's the projection? What's the future projection looking like? Now, this sketch by Google Map is not helping Yaba at all, because Iwaya is still Yaba, Unilag is still Yaba, and everything that we have around the FCE and Yabatech is still Yaba, down to even Jibowu, that are all still Yaba. All right, so Yaba also shared proximity with quite a number of places, so you can get to Yaba coming from Shomolu, coming from Baiga, coming from the Third Mainland Bridge. You can exit. If you're coming from via Ikorodu, you can exit and then go into Abat Macaulay, into Yaba. So what I'm talking about is here. So if you're also coming from Owonshoki, you're coming from Bagada, you're coming from Ikeja, you can also take this exit into Yaba also. So there are quite a lot of ways for you to come in here. You can also still come into Yaba also via the popular Ikorodu Road too, either via Jibowu or via Tejuosho. So we have the core Yaba also, and then we have the outskirts of Yaba. At the same time, we have the residential Yaba, we have the administrative Yaba, and then we have the student zone Yaba. People assume generally that when we talk about Yaba, we are just talking about the schools there, like the Unilag, the FCE, Federal College of Education, Yaba, the Yabatech, and that's it. No, there are so many other areas that is not driven by students. So, and that's what we are going to be looking at in this video anyway. All right, so let's start with the student areas of Yaba. So we start with Akoka, primarily. So Akoka is also under Yaba, but this part of Yaba is predominantly driven by students, the student market. Why is driven by the student market is because Akoka is where we have Unilag. Akoka, somewhere around Akoka is also where we have. All right, so Akoka is predominantly a student area zone, and that's primarily because this is where we have Unilag. Although Yabatech is not really Akoka, but it's still roughly around like 7 minutes to Akoka, and the FCE is still along Akoka. St. Finbar's Akoka. So because of this, the real estate market here is targeted towards either students, where students will stay, where students want to chill, where students want to buy things, where students want to play, where students want to have fun, where students want to gather, where students want to shop. So you see restaurants, you see clubs, you see all these different things that are all around Akoka just for students. So we have people building hostels, we have people building lodges, we have people building tech hubs, training centers, boutiques, restaurants, different street food, whatever, because there is that traffic, there's that student traffic there, primarily. So if you are investing in Akoka, just know that your investment is primarily targeted, or the demand around that your investment is driven by students primarily, and is almost unlikely that in the next 20 or 50 years Unilag will be taken out of Akoka. So if you have anything targeted towards students, and trust me, there are so many business you can do around students. Around last 2 years I visited a particular hostel, premium hostel. It's called Juno, Juno, Juno hostel. In that, just their one plot, they have close to like around close to, I think, 60 rooms, 60 or 50 rooms, student rooms, and each room they have 4 bed space. Each room they have 4 bed space, and you have no idea how much they are making there, because they make it premium. They have a kitchen per floor, they have a chef there, they have a library there, they have a play area or play lounge there, with snooker, with table, with video games. So students can even order for food. They have a reception lounge there, and they have 24/7 electricity. So students are booking. There are a lot of students that want that kind of, and there's very good security. There are a lot of students that want that kind of place. They want a place with 24/7 electricity, with very good security. Nobody can bust them, and they're there. And a lot of parents also want that kind of place for their students who is studying in Unilag. So Akoka is primarily a student zone, and not just Akoka, down to Shomolu also, via Akinrilo. This I even have a project in this Akinrilo, actually. Down to Akinrilo, even down to Morocco, down to this Morocco Road. All these places primarily, that are still student area. So around 60 to 70% of people staying here, they are below 30, and they are all here either because they are studying in Unilag, or they are studying in Yabatech, or they are studying in FCE. So, and that's why a lot of developers are doing projects here that are majorly doing studio and one bed. Nobody wants to do 2 bed. Nobody, because this area is primarily for students. Even down to Bariga. All these places are Bariga. Yeah, all this Shogbamu. That Bariga, all these places that Bariga. So all these places. So alright, so let's leave Akoka now. Let's go to Alagomeji, Yaba. Alagomeji. So Alagomeji is also still Yaba. This Alagomeji, and this place is not driven by students. This place is a residential core area. Even this is like the core residential area of Yaba. So for a lot of people that are working in VI, they are working in Ikoyi, they are working in Lekki Phase 1, they want to stay around Alagomeji. And the reason is simple. Look at the third mainland bridge here. Look at Alagomeji. Look at the third mainland bridge. Look at Alagomeji. So within 10 minutes, they're on third mainland bridge. So as long as they're on third mainland bridge, they can face VI, they can face Ikoyi, they can face Lekki Phase 1. So these people are working inside the Phase 1, they are working around Oniru, they are working around VI, Eco Hotel. VI is one of the places I don't really know in Lagos, so I can't imagine. I can't even mention the names of places there. So, all right, so these people are working in Lekki Phase 1, working in VI, Ikoyi, so they are fine with being in Alagomeji. So the market in Alagomeji, what is driving the market is entirely different from what is driving the market in Akoka, and that's why you want to understand the micro and macro economics of each location, so that you understand what you are playing that location for. This estate here is a very, very nice estate, Jacob Mills, and it's been there for quite a lot of time. Now, Alagomeji is not cheap. 3 bed in Alagomeji right now is between 120, 150 to 180 million. Even there are some 3 bed in Alagomeji that is 200 million. But a lot of people that are doing projects in Alagomeji that are doing 4 floors, 5 floors, even down to 8 floors. So a lot of these projects come with elevators. So, and people are like fine with, but most projects in Alagomeji down to Sabo that are 3 beds. Most, and that's because a lot of people that are staying here, that are family people that are married, they've got kids, they have been working in Ikoyi or around Marina or around VI for 10 years, 15 years. A lot of them have they have been promoted to director, executive director, assistant director, managers position. So they want to be in a location that gives them very easy access to the third mainland bridge, and Alagomeji answers that. So Alagomeji, you can see Old Yaba Road, you can see Sipsin, and even down to Sabo, all these locations, they are primarily a 3 bed zone, and they are primarily residential. So you are hardly going to see a student-driven investment around Alagomeji. So that's Alagomeji. All right, now let's go to another part of Yaba. So let's talk about Tejuosho. So Tejuosho is quite close to places like Jibowu. You can see this Yaba. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so this is Tejuosho here. So you can see there is a train station. There is a train station in Tejuosho. This is the Tejuosho market. It's very close to Ojuelegba Bridge. This is Tejuosho market. The market just oversee a train station, and behind, after it, like another 3-5 minutes after Tejuosho market, you have the Mobolaji Johnson train station. This is the train station where you enter the Ibadan trail, the Ibadan train rather. So if you are going to Ibadan and you want to enter from Yaba, you go to the one at this train station here. So the Lagos Red Rail line, because Lagos State also have their own metro line apart from the Lagos Ibadan. So the Lagos metro line, you can also come down at Tejuosho, or you can come down at this Ebute Meta train station. So, or okay, I think there is a train station at Oyingbo too. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's working yet. So I think there is a train station in Oyingbo too. So the Red Rail line goes from this Ebute Meta down to Agbado in Ogun State. All right, so Tejuosho is a majorly commercial area, and around Ojuelegba here, we have a lot of people that are renting around Ojuelegba here, primarily because their business is in Tejuosho. Now, interestingly, Jibowu here, Jibowu is also still Yaba. Jibowu is also a major commercial area too, but the commercial of Jibowu and the commercial of Tejuosho are different. Tejuosho is more of like clothing, curtains, materials. Jibowu is transport. There's virtually anywhere that you want to go outside Lagos that you not get a bus going there at Jibowu. Either is the north, is the east, anywhere you get it at Jibowu. So there's a lot of logistics company having their own branch there at Jibowu. So Jibowu is also like a major commercial area. So if you are looking at a property around this zone now, either a zone around Jibowu or a zone around Tejuosho, you likely will be having in mind the microeconomics of either the people working in Tejuosho or working in Jibowu, or something that is related to the business, to the businesses of Tejuosho or Jibowu. Now, for this road here, this Murtala Mohammed way is a one way. There are so many one ways along this road, so I don't even I don't like being on this road at all. So this road, there are a lot of prime shortlet properties along this road now, along this Murtala Mohammed road. And what is driving these shortlets are the train station, because a lot of these people know that they can just go out of their shortlet property, cross the road, they're going to the train station, and they can go to Ibadan. They're coming from Ibadan, drop at the Butemeta, and then they enter their car and they drive straight into their shortlets. So that's driving a lot of booking around here. You know, this train station is one of the things that is driving it. Now, another thing that is driving it is this Onike, this Abat Macaulay here, this Alagomeji here. Like I said before, Alagomeji is a primary residential area, and then this Murtala Mohammed way ends in Oyingbo, and Oyingbo is a highly business area. There is a Oyingbo market, and then from Oyingbo down to Costain. So from Costain back to Eko Bridge, and then you are back on the island, Idumota. So people at Idumota, Adeniji, even Oyingbo 2 is like a market zone, and these places can look, they don't look like the money they are making. Let me put it that way. You go to Oyingbo, you go to Ebutemeta, and you see like all those narrow buildings. A lot of those buildings are doing 20 million, 30 million a month from the shops that are there. I mean, what those shops are making. Same thing with Idumota. You see all those narrow buildings in Idumota, and you're like, what's it like? People that own those buildings they are making a lot of money, because the people that own those shops are also making a lot of money. You have no idea how much circulates those markets in a day, in terms of the people that are coming, that are the people that are buying online, buying offline, coming to the market, and so there's a lot of traffic. So because there is a lot of people coming into the market, there's a lot of businesses that want to tend to people that are coming to the market. There's a lot of businesses that are tending to people that want to buy something in the market. There's also a lot of businesses around people that want to offer accommodation for people that have their business in the market. So there are quite a lot of factors driving the real estate around this Murtala Mohammed way. The train station is there, the Oyingbo market is there, the Idumota market is there, Ebutemeta is there. As non-modern as Ebutemeta looks, property there is madly expensive. 400 square meter in Ebutemeta is like 130 million, 130, 120 million for 400 square meter. So there are even some 400 square meter there that are going to tell you 200 million, 400 square meter. If you see 700 square meter in Ebutemeta, it's very rare. But a lot of their buildings are like 400, 450, 470, 480, and that's still quite pricey. So this is the Yaba market. So we have the student area zone, which are like primarily the site that link to Bariga, that links to Shomolu around Akoka. Even Shomolu predominantly is driven by the Yaba student market. Why? The reason why himself is doing 1 million, 1.2 is Shomolu is primarily because a lot of these people that are studying in Yabatech or studying around FC or a lot of the other schools in Yaba primarily. So most of these places in Yaba, around Shomolu, around Morocco, Bajulaye, Bobi, that links to Akoka, the all student zone. The same thing with Baiga also, that links to Akoka, the all student zone too. Lady Luck, the all student zone primarily. Then Alagomeji, Abat Macaulay, Sabo, these ones that are students, that are predominantly residential zone. So a lot of people that are working on the island, that want to stay in Yaba, that want to stay in a place that is central, very good access to the island that they are working, and very good access to the mainland. Either they want to fly, they want to go to Ikeja, they want to go to Maryland, they want to go to Anthony, they can connect. They want to go to Ikoyi, they want to go to VI, they can connect. Alagomeji Yaba, Sabo Yaba fits into that. Then another reason I love Alagomeji and Sabo is that these places are well planned. Even if you drive around Alagomeji and Yaba, you are going to attest to that. And that's why a lot of their streets here that are named British Queen Street. Let me zoom in. So you see Hoods, you see Hoods, you see Queens, you see where again? Mark Ewen, Maloney, a lot of them industrial avenue. So you see a lot of their names are British, and that's why, because when most of these whites, they were in Lagos then, around Alagomeji, Sabo are where predominantly these people they settled in. So that also still show in the architectural designs of the houses and the buildings in Alagomeji even till date. So Alagomeji, Sabo are predominantly residential, and they are mostly 3 beds, 3 beds, 2 beds, but predominantly 3 beds. But they are targeted towards people that are already at like the higher levels of their career. They already have their family and they want to settle around the Yaba. Very nice area, very secured. Give them access to the island, give them access to the mainland. So Alagomeji, Abat Macaulay, Sabo meets that for them. So and the short-let market in Yaba too is doing quite well. So the short-let market around Alagomeji now is driven by a different factor compared to the short-let market around Akoka. Entirely different. Now the short-let market around Jibowu is also driven separately. If you go to Jibowu around 6 a.m., even from 4 a.m. you go to Jibowu, you already see people at the parks. In Jibowu, you already see people at the parks that they want to travel. So if you have a short-let or a hotel around Jibowu now, you are predominantly targeting the people that want to visit a lot of those parks. Maybe in the next day or in the morning, or as they land in the park before they enter main Lagos, they can just go to your own short-let, spend 1 or 2 days before they now continue doing whatever they want to do. So you can see the microeconomics of all this location is entirely different. So so that's the Yaba market. So we have a couple of things too in Yaba, around Sabo. Yeah, I have some project in Sabo. I also have a list project in Sabo too. Interestingly, list project in Sabo now you can do like 6 million rents. Yeah, 6 million rent. And if you buy a 3-bed at 150 million, your rent is probably like around like 8 million. Around like 8 million. And if you buy our lease at 45 million, you are collecting 6 million rent. So these are like the different entry levels and the different return projections when you invest. You know, you want to look at your break-even period. Are you after the cash flow or are you after the capital appreciation? And that's a lot of what we assist our investors for. All right, so I still remain your number one property on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks once again for watching our videos, and see you next time.